Greetings. This is Ani Asar, the reincarnation of Ani the Scribe, coming to you with an angelic message. 9 ways to ascend immediately. These practices can help you to ascend rapidly. You cannot, however, just do one day and think that will make you an ascending master or a dashi adept. For some, it may take a bit of tweaking, and for others, it may be a complete life change. Keep in mind that time is changing and it is rapidly becoming obsolete. Time does not exist in the higher dimensions as it does now in 3D and 4D. The following are some tactics you can use to rapidly increase your light quotient. 1. Service to others. Although these are in no particular order, this is the most important part of building light in your soul matrix in this system, which has been based in pure selfishness. It is important to understand that when performing service to others' work, you are doing these things without any ulterior motives, quid pro quo, or manipulation. We should be doing this work out of pure, unconditional love and kindness, knowing that Source itself will reciprocate this love in various ways. 2. Change your thought constructs. We are who we think we are. Keep your thoughts peaceful. Don't let your mind wander off into destructive constructs. Stop thinking about beating up that person who took your parking space and threatening to shoot someone, even just speaking under your breath, or thinking about what lie you can tell when you're late for work, or thinking about what you can steal from the store if no one's looking. Your words and thoughts mean something. Do this exercise. Monitor your thoughts for a short period, maybe 1 hour. Every time you wander off into an unhealthy thought construct, write it down or do 10 push-ups, etc. Record your thoughts and judge how many are negative. Next, move to longer periods of time until you are monitoring your thoughts 24 hours a day. Record your thoughts and judge how many are negative. This is what I have been saying for a while now. You judge yourself. You have the power to change if you want to. If you truly put your whole being into changing, then you will. 3. Fasting or changing your diet to vegan, vegetarian, or pescatarian. You need to lighten up, both physically and spiritually, to ascend rapidly. Do not eat meat for at least 1 year and see how you feel. You might have to adopt this diet for years while you try to lighten up your spirit, soul matrix, and incarnate matrix. There are those who still eat meat sporadically, and it does not hold them back as much as you would think. It is mainly cultural or for certain ceremonies, events, and special occasions. Their light quotient is high enough where they are able to transmute animal products and it not hold them back from ascending or make them heavy. Be careful with your children. If you are only feeding them vegan or vegetarian, make sure to get them fish at least once a week. We don't recommend keeping them only vegan for years. Remember, they are still growing. I'm sure some vegans will be very offended by this. If it works for you, do it. This is your ascension, and you should always make your own way. Fasting also is a helpful way to lighten up. Longer fasts, at least 3 days, should be done 3 to 4 times a year. 3-day fasting is useful during solstices and equinoxes. Day 1 should be nothing but water. Day 2 should be healthy fasting tea. Day 3 is coconut water. The day after your fast should only be fruits or green salads, until your body is able to adjust to solid foods again. Dawn to dusk fasts are also great, especially if you have trouble not eating for days at a time. Wake up early and eat breakfast before the sun comes up, and don't eat again until the sun goes down. Or only eat one meal a day around 6 p.m. 4. Daily meditation, yoga, and self care. Self care is important while you are ascending. You will experience ascension symptoms such as soreness, headaches, fatigue, and flu symptoms. You must get some physical exercise every day. At least do yoga and calisthenics. You can do weight training, but the idea is to just stay tight and physically fit. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. Take things in moderation. Using crystals and taking soaking baths is also good to rebuild your energy and keep your energy clean. Florida water, clean ocean water, crystals, lavender Epsom salts, and hot water in a bath make for a very relaxing, invigorating end to your day or beginning. Daily meditation and prayer is necessary because you must keep in constant contact with Source. That is what we must remember, that we forgot our connection with Source. Only through a sincere, complete connection with Source can we ascend. Ascension begins with your coming back to Source through being at oneness with your higher self and your ancestors. Our ancestors are the higher self, and we know them by name. 5. Stop watching or listening to destructive TV, internet, or music. Only put self-help, chakra building, or metaphysical information into your consciousness. I used to listen to a lot of gangster rap music and watch a lot of violent and racy shows. One of the first things I did was stop all of that. I used to watch almost 6 to 8 hours of television a day. I reduced that to 3 to 4 hours a week, and that was mainly sports, which also can have a damaging effect as well if you don't limit how much energy you put into sports. Stop watching the mainstream media, CNN, Fox News, all of it. All of that is fake news, not just some of it. For real news, watch Aisha, Magenta Pixie, Dr. Phil Valentine, KS Reality, and any number of YouTubers and social media groups geared toward the truth. Of course, the Higher Self channel has plenty of real news. 6. Give thanks to your ancestors. Cook the favorite meal for your mom, dad, grandma, grandfather, or any other transitioned relative and set out a plate for them next to the door. Use a special plate only for your ancestors. Pour out libation for your ancestors using their favorite alcoholic drink. If they didn't have one, use gin, beer, or whatever your favorite drink is. You can use water if you want to. It doesn't matter as long as you are showing them love and respect. According to Magenta Pixie, acknowledging and giving thanks to your ancestors brings one into fourth dimensional consciousness. In the United States, we waste so much food and it really upsets me. I constantly press my family not to be wasteful. When you have food that has gone bad, place it under a tree and allow it to go back to nature. 7. Realize that we are not alone in this universe. According to Magenta Pixie, knowing that there are extraterrestrials and higher selves brings you into fourth dimensional consciousness. There is too much evidence to even dispute this fact, so I will not spend a lot of time on this. Pixie also goes on to say that when you allow more and more of your higher self, your light body, into your earthly physicality, you open the gateways to fifth dimensional concepts. You are never alone. Your higher self is always with you. 8. Spending time in nature. Walk around your backyard lawn without shoes. Spread out a blanket and sit outside. Enjoy the chirping birds and magenta sky. Analyze the cloud patterns. Focus your energy on stopping the chemtrails. If you don't have a backyard, go to a neighborhood park, playground, or cookout area in your apartment complex. This is great, especially if you have children. 9. Finally, create your own way. The best thing you can do is forget everything I just told you, what you have read and seen in any video, and listen to your higher self. Ascension is self guided. You have the power and you must save yourself. This has been an angelic message from Anya Sar and the Inner Light Network. Peace and blessings.